Hi, my name is Ruben and this is my review for Daredevil Season 3, the Netflix/Marvel TV series. My voice is super deep today. The last time we saw Matt Murdock, and spoiler here if you've not yet seen The Defenders. Spoiler! He and Elektra had a building fall on their heads. And by all accounts we were given the illusion that Daredevil had kicked the bucket. So much so that we had almost no news about the possibility of a third season until recently. I mean, just a few weeks ago we had Iron Fist Season 2 drop, so no one thought that Netflix was going to drop Season 3 of Daredevil so close to Iron Fist. Nevertheless, here we are. The first thing I should say about this season is that you should be prepared for a different flow and pace. In fact, you could almost call the first half of Season 3 the Foggy, Wilson Fisk, Karen Page and Dex show starring Daredevil. Having been through 2 seasons of Daredevil and seen the broken man that was Matt Murdock being shaped into what we saw at the end of Season 2, then to have to jump back to the beginning seems somewhat redundant to me. Daredevil in the first few episodes of this season has to rebuild himself to try and become what he once was. He's broken emotionally and physically. So cue the montages and long speeches as those he has allowed to help him try to break into his defenses that he has once again put up. There's this one powerful scene with a sister from a church where she talks about how everyone in Matt's life at some point has abandoned him, so they continue to build up his backstory.
Are you sure about that?
At the same time, Foggy and Karen are dealing with Wilson Fisk, who has somehow made a deal with the FBI, and as you can imagine, he's got his tricksy fingers into everything. And this is where the story stays for a while.
I want to make a deal.
Wilson Fisk is once again played by Vincent D'Onofrio. I think I got that right. This man has phenomenal on-screen presence. Every line he delivers is tantalizing. You never know what he's going to do, but there's this foreboding feeling that he's able to deliver through his character, which is great because it really keeps you on your toes.
And he'll never see me coming!
Deborah Ann Woll as Karen Page fits well into her role again as the reporter, and Alden Henson as Foggy Nelson as the lawyer. Great characters doing their thing on their show. But the star of the show for me was surprisingly not Daredevil or Wilson Fisk, but the character Benjamin Dex Poindexter, played by Wilson Bethel. Seeing the Dex character being shaped into what he becomes later in this series is something really riveting to watch. The journey that Dex goes on reminds me of something out of Silence of the Lambs. It has that creepy feeling, and because you are shown how skilled he is, just adds to the weight of the series building on tone and tempo and pacing, but especially with that character. So where the series first concentrates on rebuilding the world and the characters, literally in some cases, and it feels slow and almost like we've started from scratch again, the series cleverly weaves all the stories of the characters in tempo and ups the beat until we reach a bunch of crescendos in story that's really exhilarating to watch. I think it was episode 6 that the first time you really get a glimpse of what they're doing with the whole arc, and it's worth it. The build-up is really worth it.
Daredevil.
Part of what kept me interested in this season is the filming. They have once again really gone and pushed the boundaries of filming techniques of what is expected in filming. There are some really great filmed flashback scenes that are done so well that it really places you in the moment. There are quite a few moments where I was taken back because of what I was seeing in the flashback, in particular how it was filmed, especially with Wilson Fisk and the Dex character. Their flashbacks are done so well that it really places you in that moment, and I was riveted. One of the points I remember people talking about Daredevil Season 1 and Season 2 was just how great and visceral the fight scenes were. I think this is probably one of the things that people were really talking about when the first 2 seasons came out. I remember in my family, with my friends, everybody was talking about how great those fight scenes and how particularly gory and bloody they were. The fight scenes were obviously choreographed, but at the same time they feel really hard hitting. They feel like it really places you in the moment. And they have done the same with Season 3. But then again, they've added another level of complexity because of Daredevil's new nemesis. These fight scenes are really complicated and could have easily been silly because of the nature of the fight scenes, and yet they still somehow have managed to make it really intense, which I think is incredible. So if you watch the first couple of episodes in this season and you're not sure about it, I would stick with it. The payoff is really worth it. It's a builder. I really enjoyed it in the end and love the fact that they're still taking chances with the characters and pushing the boundaries in creativity. Are you looking forward to this season? Let me know what you thought of it when you see it, and thank you so much for watching this review. I really value your time, so thank you for sticking around with me. I've just published my first fantasy novel. It's in the vein of Harry Potter meets Divergence meets Narnia, and I'd be so grateful if you would check it out. I've been working hard on this for years. It's super cheap at the moment on Kindle, it's $1.99. I'm going to give Daredevil Season 3 a B+. For more reviews like this, please join the Review Tuesday family by liking, subscribing, and remember, live long and Tuesday.